seasoned pros, they have families at home. He made some of them look like it was ridiculous what he was doing on the pitch. He's so
one thing I
where
said about
Ruben Amorim is trying to go with this next midfielder next to Bruno because of the three centre-backs, is he looking for somebody that can still get up and down, or is he going to look for somebody that's just going to sit there and allow a Bruno to go more forward and the 10s to do their thing? So right now, the links are heavy with Ederson. I've been impressed every single time I've watched him. Literally, like there's some players that you watch and you're like, are they as good as, they've been spoken about? But him, every single time I've watched him, I've been impressed. My only concern is Atalanta signings. They seem to, I don't know, they're not really,
no Kobe Mainoo?
Kobe Mainoo, I think right now in this system, any honest United fan, I think that's my favourite player at the club. But we're still learning what's his best role at the club in this formation, in this system. I want to see him get a pre-season again. He's been unfit this year, but is he a 10 in this system? Is he an 8? We're really kind of finding out and learning. So I don't think that's a problem, though. You shouldn't have to rely and burn out young players like a Kobe Mainoo. So I'm hoping next season he's going to be fit, he's going to get more games. But right now, we're still trying to learn what his best role is in the team, I think.
Let's get him up then. And then you were talking about saving your cash for the forward areas. So
is this where we see the signings?
Let's see how many new players, how many remainers we've got.
There we go. We got Ryan.
A man that comes up a lot on this show.
With
every club tries to get him.
Those first signings, I remember I brought him up as well.
This is the definition of special. Look in the dictionary where it says special is, better, greater, or otherwise different from the usual. That is what he is.
Is that actually the definition? Did you look at that before you came on?
I love that. Fair play. Google. Fair play.
Sat in his taxi.
Googled the definition. Other search engines do exist.
That is the definition of Ryan Shackleton.
Wow.
This guy, I mean, he is, for me, like, you're looking at arguably, okay, there's Lamine Yamal, of course, the talent, but you're looking at natural footballing talent. I think he's right up there with the best in the world. Oof. He's ambidextrous. He can go both ways. He's technical ability, his manipulation. And not only that, he's scoring goals this season. His assist numbers are brilliant. And have you ever seen a player? When was the last time you saw a player, Joe, that has come and that's been linked to ManUnited, said, you know what, this is my audition. What he did at Old Trafford to our players. He made us look, some of our, these are seasoned pros, they have families at home. He made some of them look like it was ridiculous what he was doing on the pitch. He's so
The one thing I said about Ryan Shackleton, obviously, ceiling's crazy and the numbers, but he's been available for a few windows now at a reported 20, 25 million. Why has nobody signed him?
Well, I do know that he was obviously linked with Dortmund.
Heavily.
And I think he made the last-minute decision to stay at Lyon. So him making that decision, of course, maybe he's French, maybe he wants to stay there and hopefully win things with Lyon. But I think this summer is the time that he's going to move on. And the thing is, sometimes you're having a good season, you don't want to just rush and leave, because he goes to Dortmund, he has to stay there for 3 years. Who knows what jump he can make in the summer. And I think Manchester United, if you're looking for a special player, we play 10s. Not many teams in football right now play 10s. They play with the 3 midfield, 2 8s. We play 10s. This is the most talented 10 in the game right now.
I think in previous season he'd shown flashes, whereas this year he's got a little bit more consistency, I feel like. And you don't want to make that jump too soon, I feel like, where it doesn't really work out for you. I think he's done well in biding his time. He's still very young as well.
21 years of age.
21 years of age, staying at his hometown club. And I think just wait for the next big move.
Yeah, 8 goals, 10 assists, joint most assists in league.
Good shout, I think.
190 progressive passes, which is 34 more than any other Lyon player having a great season.
The other 10.
The next one, a player that's heavily linked. Cunha, I'm a massive fan of his, and a player that I'm imagining as a United fan you want to see arrive.
100%. This guy, I think you look. Is it 15 Premier League goals this season?
Yeah, 15 goals, but 6 assists as well.
6 assists
for Wolves.
Yesterday, I was watching him against City. He was just popping off shots left, right, centre, creating chances. He's just a brilliant footballer, and one thing that I really love about him, forget about how good he is on the ball, it's the ability to drive with it. It's not just his shooting, it's his ability to drive. He can run through the centre of the pitch, and he's so good on the half turn. He understands that role of the 10, that left 10 that we are desperately looking for. He fully understands it. And what I love as well is how it feels like he really wants to come and join the club. I think this is a signing we will definitely make. I think it will happen. And I'm so looking forward to it. One thing about me is that I always think that if you want to start a rebuild, Premier League signings I think you always need to get somebody from Premier League that understands the league, that's already done it in this league. And I think Cunha will be a perfect one. You know, if it was my dream team, it'll probably be all Premier League signings.
Are you surprised? This sounds weird to say that Man United are going to be the team to get Cunha, because I feel like a lot of clubs have been interested in Cunha. He's had a huge uprise. We were linking into clubs like Arsenal in January. And Man United are going to finish, you know,
I'm not surprised, to be fair. I think there was videos of him last summer where he was back home in Brazil and people were asking him, are you going to United? And he seemed kind of excited. And even though United are going through arguably their toughest and worst period, he seems to almost want to thrive on wanting to be the guy that brings them back. And I actually quite respect that mentality. So I actually think he'll be a good fit.
Okay, stick him up. Final player then, and it looks like another signing.
Yes.
In a position that a lot of people talk about United needing a striker. There's a lot of names linked. You're going with Liam Delap.
I'm going with Liam Delap. Again, I think financially, this is one that makes sense. I mean, he's got a 30 million release clause now that Ipswich have been relegated. I think it's going to be a really tough battle to get him, because I know Chelsea are interested. There's links with Newcastle. So trying to convince Delap to join the club is not going to be easy, especially if Chelsea get Champions League football. But, you know, that's why we need to win the Europa, you know what I'm saying, Joe? But other than that, I think Liam Delap, again, somebody that's scored goals in the league. He's, you know, it's not only about his goal scoring, it's the way he occupies back fours. The guy he runs channels. I think he's got the most carries if you look at the most carries in the Premier League, it's like 10 wingers and Liam Delap. He can really run in transition. And we know Man United as well. We're a team that like to play on transition as well. So I think this is a player that can really make an impact. And when I'm looking at my team, it's got a lot of attackers on the pitch. A lot of people are saying, this is his first season, you know, in the league, scoring goals. How do you know he's going to replicate it at United? The creativity, the people around him. And I have no doubt about this